You are now
Excuse me
live.
now.
AirPod.
Mm.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome, liberators.
Hi.
I'm Ashna,
And I'm Nala.
and this is Liberate
Liberate your
Your Mind.
mind. Woo.
As always, y'all know y'all can find us on YouTube at
Mm-hmm.
Liberate Your Mind 1133 and on Facebook, Anchor, Spotify at Liberate Your Mind. Also on TikTok and Instagram at Liberate underscore yo underscore mind.
Yes, 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 yes. And our mission is to give you ideas and or advice to help you understand the world, the experiences you have in the world, and how you think and feel.
Yay!
What we getting into?
So our topic today is Yo Mind. Yo Mind.
Your mind.
Or to the moral of it is awareness.
Awareness.
So of course you are aware of your mind.
Exactly. Or you should be.
Exactly.
And if not, that's why we're here to tell you so you can know. Okay, well, I have the first definition.
Woo, our favorite
Definition
time is
time.
definition time.
Y'all ready to learn something new
Yay.
or to refresh on something new?
Come wake up your mind.
Okay, period. We always need a reminder. For sure. So, the first definition is awareness.
Awareness.
So I have knowledge and understanding that something is happening or exists.
Ooh.
Exactly.
The knowledge
Mm-hmm.
that something is happening
Mm-hmm.
or exists.
Exists.
That just something is something.
Okay. For one, the knowledge and then the understanding of it all. That's the major key because
Ooh,
you can think you know something, but if you don't understand it, then you really don't know
exactly.
it.
Exactly. That is knowledge.
And
That's just something,
understanding, they go hand in
right?
hand.
That's something just exists. So
Because
you
otherwise,
have,
you're talking outside of your
I got
neck.
knowledge of you, that you exist.
Exactly.
I am
Mhm.
aware of you.
Exactly. But if you don't understand me, then you really don't know me.
Please,
That was a
but
good example.
okay, so my definition of
Uh-huh.
awareness
Hmm.
is the knowledge or perception
Okay.
of a particular situation or development.
Okay, you're gonna definitely have to Huh?
It's the knowledge or
Oh,
perception
okay. That's
of a
different.
specific situation
Okay.
or development. So,
It's like
y'all know.
acknowledgement of
Yeah, but I'm extra, so I'm looking like, okay, what situation? So,
okay.
situation is a set of circumstances in which you find yourself in, like just
Oh,
a
okay,
set of
yeah.
circumstances.
You
So, that's it.
get
And
into.
also, I looked up development.
Okay.
Development is the process of starting or experiencing or suffering from
Ooh.
an ailment or feeling. Just the starting the process of experiencing something. It's a development.
Okay.
Ooh. So
But it sounds like it could work both ways.
yes.
Either it can
So
help you or it can harm you.
it's a
You
development.
choose.
Whatever it is, something is developing
Mhm.
and you're
Development it.
you have a perception of it or acknowledging of it that it's you are being aware of it.
Hmm.
But because we both had knowledge, but mine says perception.
Hmm.
It's always your perception. It's from your view. Like it's your experience. That's how
And
we
your definition.
exactly. It's
Hmm.
from you, your view,
Hmm.
how you see and how you're feeling.
Hmm.
And that's your awareness. Like you are
Exactly.
aware of that because you figure out like, hey, I'm here in
Something's
this place right now and I'm
something's
feeling
going on.
something right. Is something's developing.
Don't
I,
know quite what it is at the end, but
I
it's
am
like something's
becoming
happening.
aware of this. That
Hmm.
something is developing and I am becoming aware of it.
Exactly. And that's
Or
beautiful.
something is happening to me.
To me.
That's another key.
Yeah.
Something's happening to me or like it's
You.
something's happening to you, and you are
Mhm.
becoming aware of it, and you're starting to have feelings about it.
About it in real time,
Yes.
for sure. Okay.
So I have
Well,
another
okay. So I'm
definition.
about to say what else? What else?
It is awareness of the mind because y'all know we yo mind.
This is it.
So my definition of awareness of the mind is the aspects of your mental processes that we think and talk about in a rational way. So that was a lot.
It was.
So everybody, mental processes that
Mhm.
you are in your mind is working and is processing everything that's happening
Mhm.
that you're thinking and talking about
Okay.
in a rational way. But so I looked up rational just in case. I'm like, what you
Like
mean
what
by
that mean,
rational?
girl?
So the rational is based on or in according with reason.
Okay.
That's it. You're being rational in accordance with reason.
Mm. You know, that can be dangerous though, especially depending on what your reasoning is.
It
So
is.
something I learned in my faith is that what gets you messed up is material reasoning, because you are thinking about things that are tangible. So instead of thinking about, like how we always say we're metaphysical, there's help that comes from consciousness and there's help that comes from the material. But some people, they go straight to the material and they try to reason with people, places, and things to say like, oh, this is why it is what it is. But a lot of times we don't really know because we're not aware of what's really happening around us. But we're going to what somebody else may have said or done or whatever to for reference, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I'm just like, it's always you. So if you
Hmm.
don't put yourself in it and ask yourself, does this benefit me? When you are becoming aware of any situation or development that you
Hmm.
find yourself in, then what are you
What
doing?
are you doing?
Like, ask yourself,
Becoming a
okay,
slave
once you
to
become
somebody else.
aware of it, does it benefit me? If it don't, the latte. Like you don't have to deal
Throw
with
it
it.
out.
You don't have to be aware of it anymore. You
Throw
don't
it
have
out.
to right. You don't have to feel no type of way
Oh,
about it
get it out of
because it
here.
don't benefit you anymore. But when
Hmm.
it does,
We're gonna keep
gravitate
that.
towards that. Exactly. Like, oh,
Let's
now you
cultivate
become
that.
aware of this. Now
Exactly.
you have
Bring
more
it on in.
development. Like it's
Mhm.
developing. So now, okay, what is it developing into? Guide
Exactly.
it. Like, don't just be aware of it and just know
Like,
about it
oh,
and just
okay.
let it.
It's
Oh,
there,
it's gonna
but you're
benefit
not
me, but
forming
I'm not
it.
doing putting no
Hmm.
energy towards it or getting nothing about it. Like,
Exactly.
bro, like
To
once
even
you be
like touch it to see if it's even something that can work for whatever your equation is, if it's tangible, especially if it's tangible. If you can plug and play and pull it in and out, then you still need to test the theory of it all to see if it's something that's functional for you, whatever that may be. It can be a plethora of things,
yeah,
but we just as long as we're coming into that awareness and that knowing and that what you said, mind is understanding, yours was that perception. We're making sure we're cleansing our subconscious still to make sure we're not getting any of the debris from other people's stuff.
yeah.
You're picking and choosing what you want and being aware of you self and, like you said, your mind.
Of
What's
course.
going on inside
What
of
are
my
you
mind?
thinking?
Hmm.
What are you
What are you thinking?
thinking? Because that's some
What's
crazy stuff outside.
what's going
Like
on
you
inside of
being
your world?
aware of every thought that you have, you being aware of every word that you say, you are using your because they say the power is in the tongue, so you are using your power
Hmm.
and you are aware of everything
Mental
you're saying,
powers, moral
exactly
powers,
everything you're
your
thinking,
mouth,
and
your
you're aware of
words.
everything
Hmm.
that belongs with you
Yes.
because it's you.
And then if you think about it, if you go back to all the other episodes, what you should be doing and reviewing and plugging and playing, like I said, you're taking those variables. So we're giving you tools to use in order to create your optimal life and new reality. So if you're leaving things there, like we said before, we're probably going to keep saying it because we want to make sure you're not creating your own birth defects in your life and wondering like, oh, why didn't it work out, or why is it not X, Y, and Z? Because there's things that you are either not aware of that are there that are throwing off your equation, and it could be just too much salt. You know what I mean? Like this has salt, that has salt, and this has salt. I'm not going to add all these things in because now I have too much sodium.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to think about those things. Like, okay, well, let me just add herbs that have no salt, and then one thing that has salt. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense. I don't know if y'all cook or not, but you
Or
know,
if we put it with the mind of one
mm,
thought, like, oh, what's an example of a thought?
intrusive thought. I don't
um,
know. That's why I was trying to use something that was the first thing that came to my mind is food, of course.
she hungry,
I'm
y'all.
hungry. But they get it, I'm sure. So it's
Yes,
like if
it's
you
like
think about like, okay, I'm gonna go to the store today. But it's something that you may have to prepare for. You may need
I'm
to
just
wake
like,
up,
or even okay, you're going to the store.
transportation.
How exactly? How are you going to
How
get
you
to
gonna
the
get
store?
there?
What are you getting from the store?
Why you going to the store?
Exactly. Like, okay, you going to the store. Obviously, what's at the store? Clothes, food, things for yourself. You're buying things. Okay, what? How much do you have the money for that? Like,
First, you need to
it's
be aware
so
that you
much.
needed something from the store
Exactly.
in the first place. Then you have to
Exactly.
plug and play all those other variables to even make that happen.
It's so many things that go into one simple thing
One
that
thought.
you do every day.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I need to go pee.
Well,
Why do
how
I
do we
need to go pee?
how
Because
do
I
we get
drank a
here?
whole bottle of water.
Exactly.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, how am I going to go pee? You don't think about that. You just do it.
You do
But
it. You
actually
have to
do
be.
think about it because you like, oh, I wonder if somebody in the bathroom,
Mhm.
or is it do I have time to go pee
Exactly.
because I got this and that to go through? It's so many things that go through your mind that you think
Mhm.
about that you really don't know you're thinking about,
Just
but
on
you have to
autopilot.
be more aware of what are
So
you
it's
thinking
not on
about
autopilot.
exactly.
Because a lot of these
Like,
things that we have been pre-programmed to do, say like what time you eat, what time you get up, what time you do go pee. Like, oh, at 3 o'clock every day I get sleepy because of whatever, your programming or conditioning from whatever your environmental people, place, and things around you. So that's why we have to continually cleanse the subconscious and rewrite our narrative for things that are not working, if they're not working, because you can go on autopilot so easily from things that have been in there since maybe you were a child, or maybe things that it could be a new program, but it's things that you need to cleanse and always come back into awareness of to make sure it's
yes,
still functional for you today. Because it
yes,
could have been
and
functional yesterday and it may not have been functional
y'all know
today.
the biggest question
Is it
does
benefiting
it
you?
benefit me? Or, we
You,
talking about you because it's your mind,
your
right?
mind. Is it beneficial to you in your new life and your new reality?
Yes, and it's always with intent. So just don't think, like we say, don't be on autopilot.
Hmm.
Think about what you are doing
And
and
want to do.
and be aware of what you
Hmm.
are doing and have intention with
Hmm.
everything that you
That's it.
are doing.
Yes.
So do
Well,
you
with
have
that, yes, I have another definition, and that is self
self?
awareness. Awareness of self, self awareness. Okay. It is the conscious knowledge of your own character, feelings, intentions, and desires. Okay?
So
Conscious knowledge. So that means that you are aware
I know me.
of what you know and how it is molding your character, your feelings, your intentions, and your desires. Because that's very, very important. Your subconscious mind is going to work on the desires of your heart, whether you know it or not. That's why we have to cleanse your subconscious mind, which is your heart. You have to cleanse it and continually cleanse it and rewrite your narrative, because it's going to bring it to your doorstep, whatever it is that's on your heart, on the seat of your heart. Whatever that is, it's going to bring it to your doorstep. So that's why you have to be aware of what it is. Because if you didn't know, then you're going to find out the hard way. It's going to come to you. If you are afraid of something, it's coming to you. If you
Yeah.
resent something, it's coming to you. You have
I'm
to
like
cleanse it out.
the things you are thinking, the things
Hmm.
that's in your mind,
Hmm.
you are calling it and manifesting it to
To
yourself.
yourself. When they say go with your first mind, whatever that is that pops up, well, if it's functional for you, then good. If it's not, you need to cleanse it and replace it with something that's functional.
Yes, and being self-aware,
Hmm.
that means you know who you are.
That's very, very important.
You
Because if
know who you
not,
are. You know who you're
you're
not.
going to sway
If you're
you
not, please
whichever way
go
the
back
wind
and
blows.
watch and find yourself.
True self,
Exactly.
please. Because otherwise, you're going to be somebody else. We talked about a mask and wearing a mask. That's something that we, at this point in our journey, we are not doing anymore. So
No.
therefore, we need to know who we are, who we want to be, who we are putting. our intention on being in this world. Like it's who we already should um know, but then we forget going through triple darkness. Before I knew you, before you were formed, I knew you type thing, scripturally. But
Yeah.
it's like you have to remember and reshape and mold who you are today in this incarnation.
Or not, because yes is remember, but even if you don't, what is your wants?
We
Like,
want
what do you,
we want to
what's your purpose? Like, you have to find that and figure
be
that out for you in this life today.
today,
Like, okay, where this is where I am right
right
now,
now.
this second, and this is where I want to
Go.
be.
Yes.
And how do I get there? I
What's the
need this,
steps?
that, and the other.
hmm
So how do I get this?
And only
So
worry
I
about
need
what you
this, and
can.
that to get
Exactly.
this.
What
Or
you
how
can
do I
do.
get that? I need this, that, and this to get that. Like,
Mhm.
it's so many things and so many steps to get you to where you want to be. But
Exactly.
you have to do the work and take the steps and do the work and keep going and keep pushing yourself, keep motivating yourself. Like,
Please.
I'm about to be this.
That's what
like,
affirmations are
like,
for.
exactly. Please go back.
Back to the affirmations. For
Because
sure.
now you
Positive
are aware of
affirmations.
yourself, you are aware of the things
You
as
know
they're
what you
coming.
need.
Exactly,
Mhm.
because it's developing. You are
Mhm.
aware of these things as they develop. So
Exactly.
you are aware of yourself, that you're becoming more
Exactly.
of yourself,
Mhm.
and you have self-awareness with it. Like,
Exactly.
this is all you
It's
and
all
your
about you.
design and your creation. You are creating yourself to be a better you.
Period. When you know better, you do better.
Do better, be better.
Period. You have to. That's going to help you. It's going to help the world. It's going to help everybody. Anybody you come into contact with is going to be helped and healed just by you being helped and healed and doing it for yourself.
Yes.
I'm healing myself so that I can be healed, but also so the world can be healed. Because once I go out in the world, just showing up, my light is going to
Just being my
shine
healed
on
self
someone else.
is begin to heal everything
Otherwise,
around me and everything, like I
yes.
said, in the next galaxy over,
Mhm.
because I am that powerful.
Yes, through your meditation, to your affirmations, to your empowering yourself, it's going to outpour and inpour. Really, you're pouring into yourself with those things, and it's going to outpour into the world.
Like,
And that's what we need.
we know that's how we come abundant, is we take
Abundance.
care of
Self
ourselves
first.
first, and then anything else is abundant.
That's period. That's
Oh,
title
period.
period. Can't do nothing else.
All right, so it is question
Question
time.
time.
Question time.
Question time.
So, Nala,
Question.
how are you self-aware today?
Today, how am I being self-aware, or how do I practice self-awareness?
Yes.
I you know what? I'm still on a self-discovery journey because of the ideals that were implanted into me as a child, really. So there's things that I feel like at some point I liked, but then I'm like, that may not be what I want once I actually experience it. Like say, I want to be an outdoorsy person so bad. I really think the elements are supposed to charge us.
Of course.
But Texas, it's hot. It's hot, and it really
See you in the wintertime.
baby, it really drains my soul. It just really just like I can't think about nothing but being hot. Like I'm sweating by the brow, and I know it's good for detoxing your body, but I just don't like it. It makes me feel icky. So I have to like push past that, but I also do things like I'll bring now a fan or my, I call it my fat girl towel, which is probably not proper terms, but I bring, because it's like if I'm sweating, I want to wipe the sweat off. I don't want to just be dripping sweat. So it's something that I just feel like it's in order for me to feel okay, I have to add things to myself, whether it be a material or definitely mental. I have to go and stretch first. I have to, if I'm going on long walks or going outside, I feel like I need to be more loose. I need to not eat spicy foods before I go outside because it's going to make my internal temperature more high. Like those things for my health, I have to do personally. Some people like, let's go outside, and why you don't want to go outside, blah, blah, blah. Then I have to explain all the little things that leads up to I overheat when I go outside. So catch me at nighttime. It's still 90 degrees. It's still hot, but the sun adds an extra element. So I have to just like put on sunscreen or like something you're prepping yourself in order to go out into the world. But that can be your affirmations, your listening to your favorite song before you go outside, or eating your favorite food before you go, or something that's going to fuel you in order to endure the heat or the other things that you have to do outside. So me knowing what I need means that I can pour back into myself instead of going outside and getting grumpy at somebody because I'm waiting on somebody to tell me I'm cute, or somebody to pour into me in whatever type of way that you need. Because some people's, love languages are words of affirmation, or acts of service, or whatever. But I'm doing that for me first. I'm going to go buy myself the things that I like, going shopping, going to buy my favorite foods, going to, like whatever, like what back in the day when I used to get down and sad, I would go buy guacamole. It made me happy. Chips and guacamole saved the day for a lot of y'all. I'm going to just tell y'all. Back in the day, that was just how I regulated. Like, I wanted to eat that. It was healthy fats, and it turns into energy as well. So a lot of times when you feel drained, or me personally, like I said, I knew myself. When I felt drained,
you were self-aware.
I felt drained. I need to put something back into my body. It was like, okay, this makes me happy. Endorphins come from avocados to me. It's like, what do you want? What do you like? Or shopping. I used to take myself shopping. Nowadays, I feel like that may not be as functional, especially for my bank account, unless, I got it like that. But no matter what was going on, if I felt stressed, I'm going to the thrift store. I may not buy anything, but we're going shopping. Could be window shopping.
Or it's just
going.
It's just
whatever of it all. Yeah. That's what I enjoy.
If y'all don't know,
do what you like. I'm Thrift Bay.
We go shopping. It's called therapy.
It's therapy. It's retail therapy. And we have a budget, and we do it properly now because we do functional things for ourselves. But it was just given, like, know what you like, know what you don't like. So if it's something that is coming to your doorstep, it's like, that's not really my cup of tea. I'm replacing that with something that's going to make me feel how I want to feel.
Yes.
And I'm in control of my emotions, my feelings, my character, my intentions, my desires. I have a hold over it, and the things that I can't control, then I just let it ride because the I am has control of it, and everything works out for my good. So it's just like, why stress over things that I don't need to stress about? So
yes.
Once you are aware that, okay, I could freak out if X, Y, and Z, like if I don't properly calculate certain things, like people just bring stuff to you and say, hey, can you do this? If I ain't thought about it first and I haven't like processed it, it could freak me out. Like, I got more things to do on my plate. But I've learned to just say, hey, not right now, or let me think about that first. And then we process, and I'll come back to you with a yes or no, or maybe, or whatever, whatever.
You have to process.
And I know that now. But before, I would react. And it's like, what? Why? Who? Whatever it is, because I'm just like, whatever's going on inside of my mind. But other people don't know that. And that's why they ask. So then you also have to give a functional response to just be like, okay, I'm not there right now. I can't help you because I need to help myself first. And that's something that self-awareness can help you.
I'm like, it's just the trauma of the past experience or what we was taught.
Yeah, the suffering servant. I need to help you do this right now. Right this very second. And that's not functional for me at all. Because I need the process to see if I can even pour out to you. Do I have an abundance of whatever it is you're asking for in order to be what you're asking for? Like sometimes, I could be all the things to another person, but if I have not been any of that to myself, I can't give you what I don't got.
Exactly.
And I need to be aware that I don't have it and I'm depleted, instead of steady trying to pour from a place of depletion. And I can't help you like that because you're not really getting what you came here for anyway. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, if I'm asking for water and the well is dry, I can't give you what I don't have. So it's like, well, how do I figure out how to pour into myself in order to be in abundance to others?
It's first off, I can't give you water if I don't have it. I gotta find water for myself.
That's what I'm saying. If I can't pour into myself,
like first off, let me find some water because I'm thirsty too.
Yeah. And it's like,
like, I can't help you. Sorry, you got to help yourself. You do the work. You do the work.
I can like show you the way sometimes, but I can't. I can't want to do what I can't do, and that's what
Or how we say
before. I would just say yes to straight
the
up.
learn and teach approach.
Mm-hmm.
I can't teach you how to get water until I learn how to get water myself.
Mhm.
I can't. If there is no water, if we starting at zero,
Exactly. Well,
we
we are. We
ain't
can't
no
multiply.
plus, no
Can't
multiplication.
multiply zeros.
Like there is
Facts.
nothing. Nothing is nothing.
Nothing from nothing is nothing.
Okay, so for me,
Hmm.
how am I self-aware
Yeah.
today? Well, my self-awareness, like the enemy been really trying me lately, like really been trying me
That's a
lately.
promise.
And I am self-aware that it's trying me and I know that it's trying me and I'm not reacting. And it's really pissing the enemy off.
Yeah.
Really.
That's about
I'm
design.
like, but I am aware of like it's trying to get to me. It's trying to eat at me. It's trying to get me down. It's trying to depress me. It's trying
Yeah.
to do everything that's not positive.
How
It's
you
just
combating that
a
though?
bunch of negative. How I combat it is I don't
Don't give
take
a
it.
fuck.
Exactly. I
Just
really
take a
don't give a
teaspoon
fuck
of I don't
because
care.
I'm still going.
Who
I'm
cares?
I still got a mission every single day.
Period.
Like regardless, because today is a school day, right? Y'all know I homeschool my son, so yes, even right now
The
as
show
we
must
speak,
go
my
on.
son is still right now doing schoolwork. I still got to do me regardless of whatever you're talking about, regardless of whatever you're trying to do. I still got to be me.
Exactly.
And I'm still gonna be me.
Got to do.
That's point blank. And I always have had that mindset. I have always been aware of how I feel.
Mhm.
Like, no, I'm not gonna feel negative because you
You
want
want
me
me
to
to
feel
feel.
negative. I'm still gonna be happy and I'm still gonna do the things I need to do because
Mhm.
that's who I am. And I've been aware of myself, like I said, all my life. Like that's the biggest issue my parents had with raising me. I'm like,
They want you to do what they want to do, but
I'm
you've
doing
been
me.
aware,
I'm
yeah,
doing me.
that that's
No,
not for
that don't
me.
work for me. That don't
Hmm.
benefit me. I'm doing me.
Hmm.
Oh, you want me to clean these dishes? Oh, well, I'll clean them
On
before.
my
I'll
time,
make sure I'll clean them. I'll put it because I have make myself a to do list
list.
every night,
Hmm.
and if it's not on my to do list, I'll try to figure out how I
Fit it
can work it
in
in if I can
if
work it
I
in
can.
that day. But if it's not today, I'll try to work it in tomorrow. Like
Yeah. My
don't
focus ain't your focus. Don't try to put
exactly,
your focus on me.
exactly. Like that's not what I'm
That's not
trying
what
to
I gotta
deal
do for
with
me,
and what my plan is and my
for my
intention of today.
life.
Like no, it's not even my like
Well, yeah, but for my life
that's not
today.
my intent today. My intent today is to do blase skippy. Once I do blase skippy, then I can worry about anything
Hmm.
else. Like, oh no, and then you mad because I'm
I'm
not
not
worried
making your
about
emergency my urgency.
exactly. It's not you should talk to me yesterday about it. I could have worked it in the plan today because it's not the plan today.
So now we're
And
gonna
it will
work
never be the
again.
plan today because that's not my
Exactly.
intent.
And the reason why that's so important, and sorry if I'm interrupting you,
No,
but
no.
the reason why that's so important is because I believe we talked about before coming up with what we want in our intention in our minds in between wakefulness and sleep. So if I come up with my day and that wasn't including whatever the hell you got going on, that's on you, bro, sis. You know what I mean? Like I'm still going to go forward in my day with the desires of my heart and the things that are going to
Exactly.
attract abundance to me. And then
Exactly.
after I'm grabbing the abundance and getting all the sucking up all the abundance, the overflow is for y'all.
Like you have to
We're not going out and getting it to
take
give
care
it
of
to y'all.
you.
I'm just
You are
saying that.
number one. This is your life and you only got one of them. Don't stress yourself out trying to worry about somebody
Somebody
else's
else.
problems. They are theirs. Don't take it on. That's not yours. Like what is your plan? What
What
is
you
your
need?
thoughts? What
What do
are
you
you
need?
exactly? You being aware of somebody else's issues and you're not
Ain't
even being
helping you.
aware of yourself.
It's not helping
Like
you.
or even like what other people issues are doing to
Don't
you.
got shit to do with me. Okay.
Like baby, that's not
Opt
my
out
issue.
now. Okay. Please. I press
Because
when people send those like text messages that are not for me, I stop. STOP. Unsubscribe me now.
like
Unsubscribe me now.
no,
Emails. Unsubscribe.
block
Block party.
party.
Welcome to the block party. Because if it's not beneficial, what do we say? No, delete. We have to
No,
go. Get out of here.
it's
You don't
not for
belong here.
you.
You're not. How did you even get here?
I'm like, especially working with other people, having relationships with other people, you
It's a
don't
balance.
exactly like you have to worry about you. You are number
Yes.
one first. Like if you're not worried about you, nobody else is.
They not.
Because
They worry
they got
about
to be
their
worried
best
about them,
interests.
just like you got
They
to
worry
be
about
worried
their
about
best
you.
interests. And that's where you come up short sometimes, because it's like, I'm worried about you and you worried about you. Who worried about me? It's nobody else's responsibility but me. So what about me?
Exactly.
And that's why you have to
You
start with
have to
self.
make sure you are good. You have to make sure that you are happy. You have to make sure that you have the finances. You have to make sure that you have the capability of doing anything that you
Whatever you
want to
want to
do.
do.
Whatever that is,
Nobody else's responsibility.
it's yours.
And
It's
if
your
somebody
life.
tries to help you with that, be grateful. Okay? Because they don't got to do it. Just
I'm looking like, or
side note.
even because it may not, they may try, but it don't benefit
It's
you
not
the way you want it to benefit you.
because it's
Like,
not the same as what you give or
exactly,
need.
like,
That's true.
or even like,
But
okay,
they
you
can
are,
try.
because you still, I still be nice with it. Like, oh yeah, that
I
that's
appreciate the
nice for
thought.
you, but that don't work for me. Like, I
Not for
could say
me.
that that's nice for you, but that don't work for me. That's not how
Not my
I
cup
deal
of
with
tea.
things. That's not how I process, because it's all how we process and being aware of things, right? That's not how I process. I process in a certain different way, and you don't even know how I process because first off,
You
didn't
don't
even
know
ask.
me.
You didn't even ask.
you
You just
you
assume
have the knowledge and not the
I'm gonna
understanding.
process things the way you process things, and that's
Mhm.
not true.
That's not
That's
true.
not. No, I
No
process
two
the way I
people,
process.
no two people have the same thought process by design. Now we might meet up on some coordinates, but
Yeah, like
no two people have the same
we
thought
may
process
come to an
and
agreement,
agreement.
but
How we got there is on you and your mental and your thought process. That's the
that's so
thing.
you got to be aware of
Might
everything
still
you're
got the same answer,
thinking,
but
everything you're doing. Like, don't just do things just by
just
willy
cause
nilly. I'm gonna, okay, if like
it
I
needs to
say,
be
I
at
make
least
my to-do list,
calculated.
right? So I wake up, do my exercises, because y'all know I'm exercising. I wake up, do my exercises, do my meditation. I get me right, and then I
No, you
start
worry
my
about
day
the
off.
house. Don't be worried about everybody
Exactly.
else after
Worry
that.
about the house. Then I worry about my son. Get my son up for school and having him ready for school.
Yeah.
Him start school. Like, it's so many things, but I don't just go and just do it
Just
because I'm just
fresh
getting
out.
out the bed. I literally think about what I am doing.
Contemplate.
Exactly.
Mentally
How am I
contemplate.
going to do this? Okay, today, like, my son, he got some extra sleep, so he was going to wake up with some extra energy. So how do I combat this extra energy? Like, I'm thinking about every single thing. Like, there is not one thought that I haven't thought.
Period.
Like, oh, okay, well, let me like
Yes.
pick up Nala this morning. Oh, I have to pick her up at this time. Let me get there by this time because I don't want her to be waiting. I don't want
It's
none of
all a
this to be happening.
calculation.
I want everything to go smooth.
Smoothly.
I didn't thought about it. I didn't planned it. How it was gonna go.
Prepare for it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And when it came to pass, it happened just like I planned.
Period. And that's how it's supposed to go. That's how your life
Period.
supposed to be.
Like you literally think
Instead of
about
letting life happen to you.
exactly like you planning it and you're living it. Not know somebody else is planning it and you just got to deal with
No.
it because you don't.
Because if you're doing what she's talking about, you're mentally contemplating how you want your life to go, but you're doing it day by day, night by night, morning by
Exactly.
morning, however that works for you. So it's very, very, very important because otherwise you're living somebody else's life. They're implanting their ideals on you. They're implanting their experiences of how they want their you to do things in their life.
You to do things their way.
Exactly, exactly. And it's not pleasing to the I am or yourself.
You are not a slave.
Period.
You have your own mind and you can use it.
Use it for your benefit.
Yeah, the biggest question is, does it benefit me?
Yes, because the whole point of this is to liberate your mind so you can use your mind in order to empower yourself and to live
Exactly.
an optimal life that you're creating with yo.
Your mind today is about your mind,
Your
y'all.
mind and your capabilities.
Every thought that you're thinking, everything that you're doing, like, this is yours. Everything you're saying, like,
You're
you
the
have to think
architect.
about every single thing. And if you don't, you're harming yourself.
Falling into a trap.
Exactly,
Big
because
trap
being
of
on
the ego
being
for
on
sure.
autopilot is not a set intention. You are
No,
not doing things
your
in
way.
any type of way. You're just doing things to do them.
Yeah. But
There is
technically, it's somebody else's way because it's programmed
exactly.
for
You're just
sure.
following
The
along, going
program
along.
of
You read the script.
sticking to it.
I want to be happy.
then
I
there's a
think like
dream.
no.
No,
Are you happy? I want to be happy. I am happy.
exactly.
It's like that's it. I'm happy.
Just like I think I may have mentioned this before. Like I was trying to date, and I asked questions like, okay, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And people say like, oh, I want a house, I want a car, I want white picket fence with a dog and a child and 5 kids, 4 kids, 3 kids, twins. Like people have the same exact freaking answer, and that irritates me so bad because I'll ask you, why? Are you aware of why you want that? No, you're not. Somebody else said that, and you're just repeating it. You're regurgitating the program. You don't even
Or
know
even
why
don't
you want
even.
that.
I want a solar car. I
Not
don't
even
want just
specific.
any car. I want a solar car. Like I have the intent to help the world, be
Be
environmental, and a solar car is the
exactly.
way.
Or
I
like
have
niggas
an
be
intent
wanting
with my
what
wants.
the celebrities want. Oh, I want a Birkin. Oh, I want
Fuck
a
a Birkin, that's a
whatever
bag.
kind of car they got, or whatever kind of this, that, and the third. But is
Bugatti.
that functional for you in your bank account in your life?
Is it?
Is it? No.
Does it
Does it
benefit
benefit
you?
you?
What benefits? Because we watched the show Assets Over Liability.
Mm.
Is it an asset or is it a liability? Like, okay, yeah, you want a car, but is it going to end up being a liability? Like, is it going to benefit you in the long run?